Hi, I'm Dr. Stephen Park of drstephenpark.com. I'm the author of the Amazon bestseller, Sleep Interrupted. A physician reveals the #1 reason why so many of us are sick and tired. I'm also an ENT surgeon, sleep medicine physician, blogger, and speaker. Do you shudder at the thought of using CPAP every night for the rest of your life? Or are you able to use CPAP, but you still don't feel great when you wake up in the morning? Other objections include it's not sexy, or it's going to put a damper on my romantic life, or it's too noisy, or I travel, or I'm claustrophobic. Contrary to these feelings and objections, it doesn't have to be that way. In this 4-part video series, I'm going to take you through the steps that are needed to help you get the sleep you need for the life you want. I can honestly say that I've had numerous patients with very similar objections who, after I've been able to help them, are able to use CPAP really well and are sleeping much better again. So why should you listen to me? As I mentioned before, I'm an ENT surgeon and a sleep medicine physician. And my passion for the past 15 years has been to help people like you who are struggling with sleep apnea. I've heard thousands, if not tens of thousands of comments and objections and the struggles by people like you on various online CPAP forums, on my teleseminars, and also on live engagements. So I know what you're feeling and I know what you're going through. My commitment to this mission has paid off with 3 recent awards online, and this includes Top 10 Online Influencer of Sleep Discussion on sharecare.com, Best Sleep Disorder Blogs of 2016, healthline.com, Best of Doctor Sites 2016 on Pacific Medical Training. After I've been able to help people use their CPAP machines, some of the comments that people tell me include something like, well, no one has taken the time to explain all these other options for using CPAP before. Or no one has told me that there are other good options besides CPAP. So you may be wondering by now, but you're a surgeon. What is a surgeon doing helping people with CPAP? Don't you want to operate? My main priority as a surgeon is not to do surgery, but to help you avoid surgery. And surgery should be an option of last resort. Now, when I say last resort, it doesn't mean you should rule it out completely, but you should still consider it, but only after you've tried all the other non-surgical options first. By the end of this video series, I'm going to help you change your mindset about how you think about CPAP. If you're struggling with CPAP, if you've never tried it before, or if you're still struggling, I encourage you to watch all the videos in this series. I guarantee that for many of you, this information will not only change your life, but it may even save it as well. In the remainder of this video, I'm going to go over the 7 most common objections I get and what you can do to overcome these objections. In the next video, I'm going to go over the single most important thing to do to significantly increase the chances that you will be able to use CPAP, and that's optimal nasal breathing. In the 3rd video, I'm going to go over the 7 most common problems that people have with CPAP when they first start using it and how to overcome these issues. So in the final video, I'm going to help you put everything together so that you can work with your equipment company, your sleep doctor, your sleep surgeon, and your dentist, or any other allied health professional, so that you can get the right information so that you can finally be able to sleep better and have more fulfilling lives. So here are the 7 most common objections that I get and how you can deal with them. The first one is, it's not sexy, or it's going to put a damper on my romantic life. Now, you have to admit that if you are sleep deprived due to having sleep apnea, or just don't sleep long enough, you're going to be grouchy and tired, so you're not going to be in the mood to have sex or have intimate relations. But what they've shown is that sleep deprivation in general, and especially having sleep apnea, will definitely lower your sex drive, and they've shown this with lower sex hormones in men and women. And they've shown that once you start CPAP or any other form of sleep apnea treatment, sex lives improve dramatically. One of the most common things I hear from wives is that their husbands are much happier and much more alive again in bed. And believe me, your spouse or bed partner will be much happier and more in the mood if they're getting a great night's sleep. In fact, I've even had a few patients who had trouble conceiving, and after one or both spouses improved their sleep problems, they conceived. The second objection that I hear often is, I travel a lot. Now, in the old days, CPAP machines were big and bulky, but these days they're very small and portable. In fact, the smallest one that I've seen on the market is about less than 1 pound, 6 inches by 2 inches thick. And these are very portable. Even the TSA agents at the airlines are very familiar with CPAP machines, so there's no trouble getting it through the gates. And some people are even able to use it during long flights across the oceans. They just plug it in and they sleep with it. And now they have these backup battery options and even solar panels to recharge the batteries. So there are lots of different ways of using CPAP outside of your home environment. Another common objection is that I'm claustrophobic. Now I realize that claustrophobia is a very common problem for many of you, but CPAP masks and headgear come in different sizes and shapes, so it doesn't have to be a mask on your face. They have other kinds of variations of masks called nasal pillows, for example, that go underneath your nostrils. And there's even an option where nothing touches your face except a mouthpiece that holds the little prongs underneath your nostrils. There's nothing touching your face or your head. And for some people, treating nasal congestion actually took care of this issue with claustrophobia because they could breathe better through the nose. Another objection is that it's too noisy. Admittedly, in the past, they were somewhat noisy. In fact, most modern machines these days are under 30 decibels, which is the sound of a soft whisper. Now, you have to admit, if you snore loudly or if your bed partner snores loudly, sometimes it can reach sound levels as loud as 90 or 100 decibels. That's as loud as a chainsaw or a motorcycle. So imagine the sleep deprivation you're causing by not treating your snoring. Another objection is that I can't afford it. Now, in general, most insurance companies do pay for CPAP machines if you have equipment coverage, and most insurance policies do. Obviously, you have to pay your deductible, copay, or co-insurance, just like any other medical plan. But if you still don't have insurance and you can't afford it, there are a number of different low-cost or even free options out there. For example, there's one site called secondwindcpap.com. They provide low-cost refurbished CPAP machines. I'm sure there are other sites like it out there. And the American Sleep Apnea Association has a CPAP assistance program that they can help you with. Now, as you can imagine, there are probably millions of unused CPAP machines lying around in people's closets out there. And many of them are for sale on Craigslist or other services. And so I don't officially recommend it, but resourceful people do purchase these used machines very cheaply, as long as you purchase the mask and the headgear and the straps brand new, because that's touching your face. Now, some of you will tell me, well, it's just too cumbersome. I don't have the time or the patience to take care of maintaining a CPAP machine and cleaning it every day. Now, if you had diabetes, for example, which is another chronic medical condition, wouldn't you take the time to measure your sugar levels regularly and do everything that's necessary to make sure that your sugar levels are under control? Well, sleep apnea is just as bad as diabetes, if not worse. So isn't it worth the investment to spend 10-15 minutes every day to clean it, maintain it, and make sure it's working on a regular basis? It's your life, so it's definitely worth it. Another common objection is that people say, I don't like anything on my face. Now, this is a very common problem. In fact, I myself don't like anything on my face, so I know what you're thinking. But like I said before, these masks and headgear come in different varieties, like the one I mentioned where there's nothing touching your face. And you don't really know how you're going to react until you actually try it. So there's that saying, don't knock it until you try it. So I recommend at least try it before you reject it. The other important principle with this is that you should start off slowly in terms of slow acclimation and do it gradually, day by day. So for example, when you first get the machine, don't put it on and turn it on and go to sleep right away. Put the mask on, walk around with it for a couple hours, read a book, watch TV without hooking it up to the machine, so that you get slowly acclimated, and day by day you just incrementally move up that ladder to start using the machine after a couple of days. If you found this video helpful, please like it or share it on social media so that other people who have these issues can also benefit. Please also tell me in the comment section below what piece of information or tip you found useful in this video. I'd really like to know. In the next video, I'm going to reveal to you the single most important advice I give to CPAP users to improve the chances that they'll be able to use it effectively, and that's the importance of proper nasal breathing. Even if you don't have sleep apnea, this is an important discussion that you don't want to miss. This is Dr. Stephen Park of drstephenpark.com. Looking forward to seeing you again in the next video.